Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On this video, I wanted to talk about something that I think will be helpful to you as a fellow beginner in real estate investing, and specifically with wholesaling, where we do a lot of cold calling. I want to talk about how I have been able to come over that hurdle by a long shot, and some things to keep in mind while you're going to do that, okay? So stay tuned. So the first and foremost, I want you to understand is that you need to overcome that, right? You're gonna need to be comfortable with speaking on the phone. Granted, if you come to a point in your business where you can delegate those tasks to doing those cold calling, right, and those no's and just filtering that process out, by all means. But there's a lot of people like myself that we just can't afford that. We don't have the luxury of this huge marketing budget to just pay this person, pay that VA, pay this, do this dollar. Like, not all of us can afford all of that. So we just have to work with what we have until a greater time. But be understanding that it's just a part of the process and it serves a greater good. Which brings me to my next point of keeping things into perspective. If you remember why you're doing it, it'll help you keep things into perspective, which will then help you not take things personally. Because if you don't remember why you're doing this, then you're not going to stay consistent, and then you're going to go into a slump because you don't like to have to talk to strangers. You don't like to have to get yelled at, things like that. Because these are realities of the cold calling, right? People don't want to be disturbed randomly, and then you might call the wrong person. So these are things that come along with it, but you have to also keep it in perspective. Hey, okay, a possible call could give me $10,000 to $20,000. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep perspective, it'll fuel you and keep your wheels turning. So it brings me to my third point. You want to make sure that you don't take things personally and understand that not everybody is going to be the one, right? You're going to have to go through those people to find that person. Always remember that you're an honest wholesaler, right? That you're doing things the right way, and even if they don't see that, you move on. You move on to the next thing, because I can say from personal experience, working in call centers before, you can imagine the things I've heard and the things I have to deal with, and it's quite stressful, yeah. But I would rather do a few calls now and deal with some frustration to ultimately reach a goal of mine where I don't have to do that, right? So I just keep those things into perspective, and just remember that, people will be people, right? But your ultimate goal isn't to just be a cold caller, right? It's a tool. It's a low budget tool that we just have to use. I'm not talking to y'all that have parents that give you 10 grand, 20 grand to use it. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about us who are just scraping whatever we can together to make something happen, because that's the journey for some of us. And that's okay. So I want you to keep that into perspective. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I post a new video. Thanks for watching. You have a good one.